Let's go. So we all wear hats, right? Some have different purposes. Some just look good. Some shade us from the sun. Some keep us warm. And some even make us swim fast. So as you can probably tell, this format is a little bit different than what's usual. So you might be asking, what are we doing today? You are going with me on a trip to the church storage rooms. All right, so let's do this. So I had to go and get a printer for our kids ministry from the trailer. Okay, now that the printer is secure, let's go to storage building number 2. Okay, so you know this probably as well as anyone. Churches generally keep a lot of stuff, right? Well, we as a mobile church, we have to stay pretty lean, so we just have those 2 places. We have the trailer that we just went to, and then we have the storage building that is right over my shoulder. It is the second one, that one right there. So we are about to go unload some things there to get ready for Sunday. Could I have done this on Sunday morning before everything? Yeah, I could have gotten here at 6 and done all this stuff, but Sunday is busy enough. It doesn't need more busyness, so we're doing it right now. So as you can probably tell, I've been changing my hats all throughout this video, and here's the reason why. Pastors wear a lot of hats, metaphorically speaking. One time I was with my very first ministry intern, and we were pulling apart frozen hot dogs right before a youth event so that they could cook faster. And I gave him this just beautiful pearl of wisdom. Sometimes in ministry, you're doing amazing, eternity-changing things. And other times, you're pulling apart frozen hot dogs. It's just the hats that we wear. Let's get into the storage room. Okay, so this is the storage room. Everything that we use on Sundays is found right here in this room. Yes, we unpack it every week, and yes, we pack it back up every week. A lot of work, totally worth it. The smaller the organization, the more hats leaders have to wear. As an organization gets larger, people become specialized and therefore wear fewer hats. In every organization, whether that's a business or a church or a school or whatever it is, there are a set number of hats that have to be worn so that everything gets done. So the more people in the organization, the fewer hats people have to wear. Now, the church that I'm a part of, Antioch, Georgetown, we've been around for 3 years. And praise the Lord, I've gotten to take off quite a few hats in those 3 years and delegate those out to really capable people. I feel so blessed to be able to work on such a great team with such a great church. But hey, I know there's a lot of pastors and people out there who don't have that. And so hey, hats off to all you bivocational pastors out there and all you leaders who are having to wear tons of hats. So we have a super sweet loft that I need access to, so got the ladder. One of the key things about leadership is giving your hats away. See, when you first start, you have those tons of hats, but as you grow and as competent people join your team, you need to give those hats away. Now, you can't control everything and keep those hats to yourself, but you will hit a lid because you are limiting your organization with your own limitations. But if you can give leadership away, if you can give those hats away to people that you can trust to get things done, your organization can outgrow you. If you want your organization to scale, you have to do this. Now, this is actually something that we see very clearly in Acts chapter 6. The early church grows and grows and grows, and it quickly outgrows the 12 apostles. So what do? They bring on people called deacons to come and to help with the ministry. They gave some of those hats away to competent people that they could trust to get ministry done. Here's the problem though, it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of intentionality. You know, Baseball does this really well. They have something called a farm system. There are plenty of baseball players, but not enough major league teams. So they have minor league teams from all different ranges so they can bring up young baseball players, develop their skills, and one day get them to the major leagues. The church that I was a part of that did this fantastically was the worship ministry of Antioch Conway. They, from middle school, okay, so from the time a person is in 5th grade, they started raising up young worship leaders to lead worship in that middle school ministry, and they developed them every single week intentionally. This continued on through high school, this continued on through college, and now there are students that started in the 5th grade and were poured into for years and years and years. They're now leading worship at many different churches. This kind of development takes intentionality and it takes a lot of work. But leaders, they aren't found, leaders are built. So we have to build the leaders that we want in an organization, whether that's a church, a business, or a nonprofit. Now, I know this is really hard to do because oftentimes we're so busy working in ministry or in the business or whatever that we can't work on the business or the ministry. We have to be intentional about developing leaders, about giving those hats away. So I know this video has been different from the way things are usually done on this channel, but I hope you've really liked it. If you're going to build a leadership structure or an organization that truly makes a difference and truly goes beyond what just you can do, you've got to develop leaders all the time and everywhere. And this has got to happen as your organization grows. This needs to happen at every level of the organization. That's how people move up. See, people feel stuck, even if it's not in a business, even if it's just at church, they feel stuck if they're not growing in their leadership, if they're not doing more and more. It's the biblical principle, okay? If you're faithful with a little, God puts you in charge of a lot. And so if our church is not growing and developing those leaders for greater and greater responsibilities, then it kind of starts to get itchy. They want to take hats off of their leaders. They want to be faithful. They just need the avenue to do so. So let me ask you, how are you working to give away your hats? Because people can see it and people want to be a part of an organization that's winning and that's growing and that's truly making a difference. You can either have control and wear all your hats, or you can change things for the better. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it if you think someone can benefit from it, and be sure to subscribe because a brand new video is coming out in 2 days. So you want to make sure that you're here for it. We'll see you next time. Grace and peace.